Yo yo, what is good? It is Operator P, or maybe you know me as Duscope. If you're an older subscriber, if you're a more recent one, you'll know the channel as Operator P. Anyways, I just wanted to come on here and tell you about my new production community that I just launched on the Skool platform. It's called the Operator's Manual. It's going to be filled with tutorials, production videos, live sessions, production challenges, basically all things music related, trying to give away all of my knowledge. And the best part about it is I'm actually going to let the first 50 to 100 people in for free. I haven't quite decided how many people I want to let in for free, but after that it is going to be a paid community. But I just wanted to come on here on my YouTube channel and let everyone know here first. If you've been here for a while, you know that I get a lot of comments on recent or older videos, asking for lots of different things, and I finally built the platform where that's all going to happen. It's going to be very community driven, so anything you want, you just just throw it in there, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that everything's covered, whether that be sound design, tracks from scratch, or how to make certain sounds inspired by certain artists or labels. Really the options are endless, but so for limited time I am letting people in for free, and then after that it is going to be a paid community. So I would advise you to click that link below, because time is of the essence. And I hope you enjoy the video here today. It's actually part one of a 5-part series up on the Operator's Manual, where I actually create a whole track from scratch inspired by RIP Productions, Ice Cream Records. The track specifically is the Work It track. In this video we're just going to get a little idea going, kind of talk through like my mindset, how I go about creating a record from scratch, and you can see the rest of it in the community. So click that link below and let's get into this video. Thank you. See ya. So let's just take a quick listen, and I'm also just going to write down some notes here about the tune, so I have something to reference back to. And let's do it. So we're gonna write down 909 kick layer, chunky drums. Okay, we're gonna say repetitive vocal. Excuse my spelling. Actually, we're gonna change that. We're repeating vocal. So we need some chord stabs. You can hear right now, it sounds like the bass is following the chord melody. And it sounds like just a normal sine sub, maybe a little distortion. Or it could be a square sub, square bass with a filter. So I'm just gonna pause it right here. So another thing I've noticed is that it seems like they've got a vocal phrase and they're doing some vocal play with it to make multiple patterns with the vocals. So at the first part you have this like repetitive part of the vocal, and then they're using like another pattern with that vocal, and then it sounds like in the drums there's a little vocal stab as well that's kind of adding to the groove. So we're gonna try to find one piece of like one vocal snippet that's gonna do all of those things. So I think what we're gonna do is look through Splice and try to find that. And the drums also have this like vintage warmth to them, because it's an old record. It's actually a really good quality version of it. This might even be a digital remaster. But anyway, let's keep listening and see if we can get any more notes from it. So I'm hearing a bit of a call and response with that chord right there. I'm actually going to come back up here and write there's a key stab every other beat. Key stab, clap there. So let's also see what the BPM is of this. So it's a 126 BPM, and I think I'm hearing is a lot of reverb on that vocal in the chord. And if you notice in this break as well, they're keeping the drums in. They got the energy. Maybe they've cut the kick a little bit, or they've cut the sub out, but you know, they're keeping that energy still with that break. So. So in this part, they got a little bit of a switch up. So they've changed the note of or they've changed the pattern, maybe a different chord. I think I can hear it, but they also have the bass following the same formula as before. So if we go back here, you can hear that the bass is doing the same thing as the chord, and over in this bridge section, I guess, or the change up, it's doing the same thing. It also sounds like the bass is playing up a little higher, because I'm hearing a bit more harmonics from the sub bass. So this is what I'm getting from this record right now. We'll listen to it a little bit longer, and then we'll get going on it. Yeah, I see that they've added a different vocal as well. So I think that's pretty much what we need right now. So we're just gonna dive right into this, and I think first things first, we're gonna need some drums. I always like to start with the drums. So the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna open up the channel rack here and start looking for some bits. So I think I heard this one before I started making this video. And honestly, I kind of like it, so I'm just gonna drag that on the playlist for now. I might move that to MIDI after, but I also want to go down and look in some other areas for some drums. So maybe we'll go on Deep House and Garage Volume 2, or Volume 2, the second one. So take a listen to some drums here. Let's take a listen to the reference again. Yeah, so it's like more of a low end type of kick. It's got some harmonics, so it could be a layer, or it could be just one kick sample. Let's take a listen to this again. This loop here. Honestly, I really like this loop, so let's continue with this one. And what we'll do here is I'll grab it and So it's 126 BPM, so this should fit. And it looks like everything's lined up, or almost lined up. So we'll just grab the stretch tool maybe, and we'll just, you know, put this to the end here. Make sure it's on stretch. So let's spread that across a few bars here. Yeah, so we'll make an 8-bar loop, we'll loop it, and we'll work on the record like that. So yeah, this loop is going to start us off pretty nice because it's pretty much got all the elements that we need. So let's go back and listen to this again. So I hear like a tambourine shaker in here, and I also hear some snares going on as well. So let's find some snares for it. So I'm thinking what I'll do here is I'm going to open up an instance of Edison, and I'm going to actually record a couple different snares in here. So I'm just going to move this over for a second. And why we're going to do that is we're just going to get a couple different snares in one audio clip, and I'm going to open it up in SliceX so I can have a few different ones all contained in a nice neat area. So let's go Edison, and we'll click on input record. So I think I like this one, or maybe it's this one. And well, regardless, we got a couple different ones now. So now what I'll do is I'll drag this to the playlist quickly, and I'll just right click and open up in the SliceX channel. And we're just going to get rid of that now. Get rid of that recording. Now if I come back to SliceX and I get rid of the pattern that it gives us, we have all these different snares. So that should be played across the keyboard. Also just normalize all of these as well. We can mix them after. So we just go to the settings, click normalize. So it should be a bit louder now. So again, let's play this groove. Yeah, I'm thinking this snare, whatever one this is. Snare 3. So what we'll do is we'll put a pattern here, and we'll just drag it out for 8 bars, and we'll click record everything, and we'll just we'll play in a little melody here, a little snare pattern. And that should be good. So let's just take a quick listen to that. Let's get this out of the way for now. Just do a little quantize on this. That was Shift Q. Yeah, so I'm liking that as well. Let's make sure this is loop recording. Yeah, so this should work as well. It shouldn't overwrite it, I believe. Blend recording overdub. Yeah, that's the one we want. So let's also let's actually just figure out exactly what we want. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do something basic like that. Let's record that in. So something like that. It's quantized. So let's take a listen to that quickly. Yeah, I'm liking that. So let's also get a shaker or a closed hat. Something on the 16th. Sound like a shaker though. Yeah, that'll probably do it. So let's just drag this across, see how that sounds. Probably terrible. It's not terrible, but it's really sharp sounding. So what we can do is, well, first of all, what we can do is open it up and get some different velocities going. So I'm going to highlight it all and use the LFO tool. And now let's just take a listen to that. It's a bit more aggressive, but I'm thinking that sounds a lot better. And then we'll duplicate this across. So just hold shift and drag it over. And I'm thinking what we can try now is, if we just put this to the mixer quickly, we can add a Fruity P controller, which should be down here. And what we're gonna do is modulate the attack time of the hi-hat. So let's give that a go. So let's go back to the hat. We're gonna right-click we're gonna initialize the envelope and right-click the attack, link to controller. I'm gonna go into the internal controller and go Fruity P controller LFO. Click accept. So now we start engaging this. Do as well as have this open. Just attach it quickly. Also right click and set a time. That's too much. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that's good right now. We'll just take a listen to the reference again. So I also hear another hi-hat layered on that, on every other hat. So every second tick here. So we got this so far. try this. Go every 2. We'll turn this down a little bit. This is the mixer now as well. So this quick command L. I should add this to the mixer as well. And this one. I'll move that over to the beginning just because that's just how I like it set up. This is clipping a bit, you can see. So what we're gonna do is, so I kind of like the mix of all this right now. What we'll do is we'll highlight them all. That was Shift Command, clicking them all. I'm gonna pull them all down a bit. I'll have that one in there as well. Just reset that. I can just hear off the rip that that's got a bit too much high end on it. So we're just gonna notch that down a bit. Yeah, it fits a bit better. Moving on from that. Let's go back to the notes here. Oh, just full screen it. That's fine though. So we got 909 kick glare, repeating vocal, alternate, chunky drums, chord stabs. I'm liking the kick right now, but we'll see how it sounds later when we start adding in other elements. If it needs a bit more sub, we'll add it. But for right now, I think we're just gonna leave it. We got a repeating vocal, chord stabs. So let's find the vocal first. I think that might be a bit easier. So let's head over to Splice, and yeah, Splice could be like a pretty good tool to find sounds. Although I'd be careful, like a lot of things on here are, you know, kind of used to shit, but it's not a bad place to start to find something. So let's go. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can go to instruments and click vocals, and then go through vocals that way, or we can go to genres and then search vocals that way. But we're just gonna go to vocals, female vocals. Fits the vibe of the record, and then no, actually we will go to genre, click house, and we'll go through some of the most popular just for the sake of video, see what we can find. There's no time and space that can keep me. That might be really loud. From coming back to you. I like the way you. You know, that just sounds great. I'm just gonna save that for something else. I just wanna wasting my time with you. Dancing around in my tight dress. So I think what I'm looking for is something a bit more vintage sounding, like that classic house sound. So another thing we can do is click random and go through it like that. Some of these vocals are so bad. See, I like the sound of her voice, so maybe I'll click the actual pack and just see what's going on here. Soulful vocals. So the whole pack should be vocals. Let's see what we got here. I can give you I can give you unconditional love. I can give you. You know what? That's gonna work great, and that's in C. Kind of wish it wasn't in C, but you know, C's fine. You know, we'll click that, and we'll go back to FL, minimize this. We'll open up Splice. Sign in. Oh, create your account? No. I'll log in. Okay, apparently I forgot my my password for Splice, which sounds crazy. I think it might just be the username. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully that didn't show up on the screen, but it doesn't really matter. And we want to go to the all collection, or no, we want to go sounds. That's it. And here's our little vocal. So we're just gonna sync that locally and drag that into the project. So here we go. Just drag that in. And I'm not sure what BPM this is. It didn't say. But yeah, there's quite a bit here. So let's just mute this quickly, take the loop off, and we'll go through a section that we like.
I can give you unconditional love. I can give you unconditional love. What is love? You're not hateful.
So yeah, this is like exactly what we're looking for, because there's so many different pieces here that we can use throughout the record. Like, I think we can pretty much nail exactly what we're looking for in this first little section. And then later when we try to recreate like a change up, like a bridge or whatever you want to call it, just like a bit of a vibe switch to keep things interesting, what we can do is use a different part of the record. So what I'm thinking right now is we'll chop this part out here, and then we'll chop this part. So now we have two, and I'm just gonna drag these down and get rid of these for now. And I'm just gonna right click both of these and click make sample unique. What the hell just happened? Okay, fine. And now when we affect these, it's not going to affect the whole sample that we just downloaded. So I'll grab this, just make sure everything's good.
I can give you.
Yeah, you can see the sample ends there. So we're gonna right click this and add to slice X. And then I'm just going to auto slice it, medium auto slicing. I think that's what we're gonna go for. We'll actually try some other ones as well. We'll just see what we get. So
I can give you. I can give you. I can give unconditional. I can give you. I can give you.
yeah, so the reason I like to do it like this is because I can kind of rephrase it to work within the BPM as well if I don't know. But if I do know the BPM, it can work. It can definitely work better like that. So I'm also going to open this in a Slice X channel as well. And we'll just go over here and name them quickly. So we got Vox Chops 1. And then we got down here Vox Chops 2. And I'm also just going to cut these out, because when you add them in, they automatically just key map it for you. And I also want to turn off auto dump on this, so if I make any edits, it doesn't re-key map it for me. And that's the method behind the madness. So now that we have this, let's re-loop this up. Let's get rid of these. Let's re-loop this up and start seeing what we can find. So we got something like that. Let's take those into the reference again. Just kind of make sure we match the vibe. Okay, so do something like. Let's actually highlight all of this. So we're gonna run just a quick script on it where it plays the whole sample instead of stopping at the next chop. So
Can give you, can give you, give you, give you, can give, I can give you,
yeah, so now we can get a better phrase like that.
give you, give you, I can give you,
So let's try that.
I can
Oh, we need to turn this part, this little square off here, and that will make sure it doesn't take the master control. So
give you, give you, give you, I can give you, give you, I can give you, give you, I can give you.
see, now we got something vibing. This is exactly what we're looking for. So what we can do is add this to a new pattern, and we'll drag that out, keep everything the same length. So we'll click record everything again, and just make sure we got the right one.
Give you,
Yeah, that's it. So let's do it.
give you, give you, I can give you, give you, give you, I can give you, give you, give you, I can give you, give you, I can give you.
So that's that. So let's just make sure the timing of that is correct. I'm not sure I like that part there. The give you. I'm gonna quantize it quickly and just make sure that I don't like it. But oops. Maybe it just needs to be a bit shorter. Yeah, let's add that in here as well. So we get some other melodies just by playing different regions. We can start, adding to this if we wanted to. So let's see what else we can find here. Ooh, that's sick. I like that. Yeah, that chop right there. I think I'm liking that in the drum section. So yeah, liking that a lot. So let's go back to here and we'll add it in this section. So yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so let's record that quickly. And here we go. Yeah, so that's it. I recorded this a little bit long, I think, but where is it? It's up here. Nah, that'll work. Just quantize that. Let's just keep it moving. I think sometimes the trick here is to just vibe out and keep it moving. So Yeah, it's sick. Alright. Yeah, so this is coming together pretty good at the moment. So let's get a nice chord stab going. I keep reaching into this pack, so let's try something else. Let's actually go back to the Mark Cotterall or Cotterall pack. Hopefully I don't butcher his name. And actually, you know what? Let's not go to that pack. Let's try something completely different. Because there's another pack that I like that has some stabs in it. We could also go to Splice for this, but let's go white label 90s house and garage. So let's do melodic one shots. Take a listen to these. Let's do a quick peek to the reference again. So it's a bit of a cleaner stab, but you know, we don't have to copy it completely. It's not really what we're looking to do anyway. We're just using it as a reference. So let's find something that works for us. You know what? I'm liking that one. I'll just drag that in there, and just reshape the envelope a little bit. So. It's quite stereo. So I'm also gonna add this to the. Let's actually just add all of these to the mixer to keep things moving, and just check that if it is stereo. It's muted. So the vocals in C. So what we could do is, on this MIDI keyboard, I have an option to keep everything I play in C. But in the FL Studio update, if you go to the piano roll, you can also do it by clicking this musical note. So that's how you would do it. You click that, but you'd right click it, choose minor natural, and then you'd have the option to click C. I'm going to turn it off because I'm already doing it on the keyboard. But I just thought I'd mention that really quick. Alright, so let's listen to that with the vocals. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure on the melody here, so what we can do is we can just record a few different ones in on different patterns and then cycle through them and see what ones we like more. So let's go to a new pattern. Call this chord. Yeah, that's good enough. So let's. You know, I think I'm just gonna keep that one because I was kind of vibing it. So let's take a peek yeah, let's take a quick look at the timing of these. Weird. You know what I kind of like about this melody too is that little vocal that we got kind of sits in this little space right here when the chord stabs when the chord stabs when the chord stab stops, and yeah, I'm just liking the way that this is working together so far. I'm definitely vibing on this at this particular moment. Yeah. Cool. So let's keep it moving though. So we added that to the mixer, so it's a bit loud, it's a bit hot. And if I remember correctly in the reference, these were pretty dosed in reverb. Yeah, these are pretty dosed out. So what we can do is I could add a vocal, or a reverb insert, or I could send it. And I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll send it. So let's do this. And we'll add the vocal to it as well. Yeah, that's good for now. So let's add a little sub to this. So here's a plugin that I picked up recently, and it's free, and it's called Simple Sub by Potenza DSP. They're the same company that does the Amigo. And honestly, like this is a great little sub plugin. It doesn't do anything else except for sub bass, and we can get some other tones out of it. It has a little harmonics part here and then a drive, but you know, it's a pretty clean sine wave. And this middle harmonic here I find works really well to get some warmer tones out of the bass. So we'll do before and after here, just so you can fully hear exactly what I'm talking about. So here's with the extra harmonic, and here's no harmonic. About halfway is a good sweet spot. So I think in my notes, I wrote that the bass was following the chord melody. So what we're gonna do is copy this and paste it here. And it's a bit too high, so I'm just gonna put this down 2 octaves. Maybe add a bit more release to this. And we clean up some notes too, we don't need this one. Maybe there's a weird note happening there. So just listening to this again, make sure everything's good. We might be able to add another bass note in here, but like we might be able to do something just before it hits this. So keep doing that. Keep hitting the keyboard. You get a bigger desk. Let's just listen to this again. Yeah, let's leave it for now. So now if we play everything together. Cool. So we got pretty much all the key elements to make something decent right now. So let's take a quick look at the list here. Okay, so I think the idea is pretty much there. I got just another note here. It says to column response the chord at the end of the bar. So if we could get something else that works alongside this current melody, then I think we're laughing. And I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll end the video there, and because I think this is getting a bit long, and I'll add another video a little bit later this evening where I continue on this record and build it out to a whole track. So I think that's how we're gonna do with this. So let's just take a quick listen to this again and try to get something else. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll clone this and try to repurpose this exact sample to try to get something a little bit different. So let's add a filter to it, and we'll go to the filter tab in a second. I'm just gonna pull this down so we don't really hear anything. Add some resonance. Okay. So what's our melody here? So we got, I think we want to fill it in this little space right here. So it's either going to be this note or that note, I'm thinking. So let's give this another go here. Not sure I'm really liking that at the moment. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a string. I find this works pretty good for what I'm looking for. So we'll go up to the FL Studio stock packs. Just try to keep everything as local as possible. And I'm gonna go to the instruments and go to orchestral. We'll do string section. Mint. So we'll add that in there. That's in that's looped as well. You can see that. So what we'll do is we'll just make a quick minor ninth with it. So come up here and click minor ninth, and we'll just put it on the note we want. So dun 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 dun. And we want it right there, so we're gonna add it right there. Perfect. And maybe we'll have a bit longer. Now I'm liking that. So we'll also add the filter to this and see what we can come up with that. So let's drag that back down, add some resonance, come to here. Yeah, liking that. Just add a bit more envelope to it. So add some release. That's what I'm really looking for. It's just so the note doesn't end so fast. And maybe we want to hold this as well. Perfect. Add that, and we'll just get some delay on here. So let's see what we got here. So let's do this practically. So we got the get this all in the right spot. That's what I really mean. So here we go. So I think I want to add this near this section here. Actually, let's drag that over. So and yeah, let's get rid of it. So this is what we got now. Now I'm thinking it might be better like over in this area, maybe hitting a different note. So I'm just gonna try this as well. We'll try this note as well, but just see. So let's play in the B instead. So let's try the B. Let's just see if it layers nice there. It's probably fine where it is, but yeah, I'm liking the G a lot more. Yeah, so maybe we'll have it short here, and then we'll drag it over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this for like final, but maybe we'll drag this one out a bit just because it opens up the filter, or it has more time to open up the filter and gives it another variation. So for the last time before I shut this video down, let's just take a quick listen to what we got. So it's been an hour of trying to create ice cream style music, so let's give it a go. So let's try that again. I'll just shorten it up a little bit. A little longer. Honestly, like that's a vibe for sure. That's super vibe. So let's save this project. I should have did this at the start. Let's just go into my FLPs, click open. We'll call this ice cream style remake, and yeah, I'll come back to this and we'll continue working on it in the next video. So I'll see you there.